Oh. This is spooky. Oh, it's the professor. Wow, they just blasted their way out of here, didn't they? She ain't moving. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. That's definitely like a robot. Oh, what are those spikes in her hair? That's creepy. Deactivating sleep mode. What? Hello, Opixer. Thank you for coming. Oh, the other Koridon? Oh, she has that one in a Master Ball? No, back in your ball. What? That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. Your Koridon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I knew it. Agias. So does that mean this one would have been Angie if it won? I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologize. Apologize for not actually being a real person? I am not the true Professor Sada. What are you talking about? I am an artificial intelligence the professor created imbued with her memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. Oh, no. The real professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station Number 4. Oh, no. How are we going to break this to Arvin? Passed away? The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. Wait, the other Koridon killed you? What? I believe the professor wanted nothing more than for the Koridon to survive and thrive. That is why she threw herself in front of your Koridon in an attempt to protect it. So she sacrificed herself during their territorial dispute? And then the robot caught it in a Pokeball, or it already had? From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Opixer, the reason I asked you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original professor created. That seems like a sensible thing to do. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. So this the Koridon that we know probably ran away because she, you know, took that hit from the other Koridon and was, you know, blamed themselves for it. Wait, can I sleep here? Nice. It's alright. AI Sada has plenty of time. Hold on, there's a Pokeball here. Booster energy. This elevator will take us down to the lower level. Step inside. Well, at least Arvin didn't come in here with us. Opixer, it truly is a great relief to me that you came. I will answer any questions you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? There's a Pokeball in the center of this. What happened to the real professor? As I explained to you before, the original professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, her physical body received grievous injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I am afraid that this fact may be difficult for her son, Arvin, to accept. Ooh. Well, I mean, he might be a bit more understanding then. Also, how was this AI even created in the first place? Like, did she know something was going to happen? I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's name. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is this time machine? The time machine is a device that the original professor and I worked on together. So she just made you to have an extra hand on things? It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. Isn't that a bad idea, though? Because that would affect whatever would happen in the past, like just yoinking those Pokemon out. When she was alive, Professor Sada had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age. What you might call ancient Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw ancient Pokemon to this time. So it just keeps going. That's a problem. Is there anything else you wish to ask? Sure, I'll ask what AI is, even though I know what it is. AI is an artificial intelligence created by a human being. A computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. The results of those calculations are expressed by this mechanical body built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not, in fact, possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated AI. So, you did something in the future then. At present. But the crystals that make up the Zero Lab have made such a thing possible here. Oh, okay. That makes sense, I guess. They're also why I cannot leave this place. What is it you really want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which ancient Pokemon might live alongside present-day Pokemon in harmony. But these Pokemon's powers seem to stem from a primal energy of the ancient past. And this energy has proved too terrible. Wow, it's kind of weird that they went with this for this game when we just had a game where we went to the past. The very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this modern age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At present, the barrier around Area Zero is still working to keep the ancient Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. But we've begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barrier, such as Great Tusk. Eventually, they will break free of this walled garden known as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region. And when they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the professor, and yet I cannot seem to find the logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original professor ever devised. Opixer, you have become a formidable trainer. Now use that strength you have gained to destroy the dream Sada once cherished. Okay. Don't gotta ask me twice. That sounds important. I appreciate your willingness to help. There's a Pokeball there still, lodged in the ground. We have reached the lowest level. Maybe this isn't an actual Pokemon region. Maybe we're just all in the Matrix all along. I almost thought that opened into another wall. It's bright. Ooh. Shiny. Wait, that's a huge time machine. Yo, they got some obsidian down here? Gotta get my Minecraft pick. Behold. I thought this was gonna end up as like a new area to go to. This is the time machine we perfected using the power of the terrestrial phenomenon. Wow. I can't see my reflection, though. Maybe I'm a vampire. Maybe that's why. Also, that hurts my eyes when I do this. Ah! Wait a minute. How do I go in the first person? I can't use the camera here. Alright, it's fine. We'll figure out how to use this for a thumbnail. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Scarlet book. Hey, I have that. It was very like the professor to put the final key we would need in that book of all places. She loved that volume since childhood. If you place this Scarlet book upon the pedestal here, you will be able to stop the time machine. That's simple? That's it? Okay. Where's that other Koraidon, though? Oh, wait. What do I have, like 10-second memory? Say it's in the Master Ball. There's just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. What? Why? So then I gotta fight your Koraidon. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Oh yeah? Have you seen me fight yet? Having seen the bond between you and your... Damn, she has already. Of your Pokemon. However, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please take the Scarlet Book... or place the Scarlet Book upon the pedestal. Let's save it again, because I think it's going to make me catch the second Koraidon. So I might want to throw a normal Pokeball at it or something. Place. Alright, evil Professor AI Sada. Incoming. I didn't get to read that. Please wait. Please wait. Access denied. Why? Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. It's time to fight now. It is up to you now, Opixer. AI Sada switching to sleep mode, activating offensive protocols. Oh boy. Please, defeat me. At last. At last my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in my way. Oh god, the way they're moving their head. Creepy. AI Sada has initiated a battle. You just have one Pokemon? Oh, so all the Pokemon from the past. Man, I want an infinite supply of Master Balls too. I don't know who you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. Oh yeah? Oh, she's got a full team. This might be difficult. It should be super effective though. This is the power of the agent past holds. Splendid, isn't it? What? You have no power here. Now, this is interesting child. Do you actually understand ancient Pokemon's weaknesses? Root Bonnet. I think I know what this is. I mean, I've heard the name. I don't know what it looks like, so This might be bad. Coming, it's another one that's like super effective against, or my fire would have been super effective against. Yep. Well. Order up some sushi. I probably should have just switched. Do you imagine you can best the wealth of data at my disposal with your human brain? Just gonna take Armor Rogue out instead. That's okay, because I'm gonna one-shot you now. Never mind, I lied. Wait, it was a joke! It was a joke! No. I was just kidding! They didn't have to take it so personal. Alright, what you got next? Sandy Shocks. You know what? I don't think I've seen this one. What the heck is that? Well, I guess I'm glad I stayed this. Or maybe not. Ouch. Okay, we lived. Don't cry! You got this! Okay, it wasn't super effective, but it one-shot still. Fluttermane, and this is where I need to switch. She throws that Master Ball so casually. Of course, I choose the one that's super effective against me. Probably do want to switch. I don't know how my Kilowattrel is gonna do though. They might get one shot too. Of course. Might just have to heal Skelly Dirge. Alright, we'll see what Monkey can do. Maybe Monkey will pull it through. Nice, and it dodged. Perfect. What? Some sort of error has occurred here. Recalculating for critical damage. Scream Tail. I'm just gonna stick with this. I remember what this one is. Oh, nice. I'm glad I stayed. It's super effective. Don't one-shot me. Okay, we're good. I out-level them enough, but I won't survive another hit. Wow, we're the same level too. Too bad I don't have a quick attack. Oh! Lucky! Let's go. You missed! Alright, is she on her last Pokemon now? Roaring Moon, that's different. I gotta heal something, I think. Everything is proceeding with my expectations. I'm afraid the possibility of you winning is 0. Sure about that? Oh, that thing looks cool. I still don't like the wings, though. Photosynthesis. That thing's cool. And that's our last Pokemon, too. Alright, we're healing. Probably need to use the max. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, I'm cheating. It's against AI, they won't know. Just have to hope that I'm effective enough against this thing, because it's like dragon type too. Actually, maybe I should bring out Dondazo first then and use that move. Who knows, it could be a different type as well. Nope, still dragon type. Alright, good, I get a chance. Get a hit in. Do half. Or, well, not really half yet. Oh, and I get another hit! Thank you, Dondazo, I'm not sad. Alright, we got this. Man, if they managed to dodge that, that would have been insane. Alright, we got our boy at max health, and he's level 71. There's no way he gets one shot unless they got like a water type move that don't feel good. Ooh. Okay, we're good. This AI was easy. Impossible. Alright, can I turn it off now? Oh, it's off. Nice. I saved the present day. Why is she malfunctioning? Are you okay, AI Sada? Opixer! Oh no, he's gonna find out. Uh-oh. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Okay, out with it, you. Who are you really? You smiling? Thank you for everything. The time machine has finally. She has finally been stopped. You're really not my mom, are you? How'd you tell? Oh, look how big you've grown. So proud of you, my... Sorry you were alone so long, Arvet. Mom? Security system failure. Security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected. Ooh, wow, what's going on now? Is another army of Pokemon on its way here? It cannot be. What's going on? An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. What? I was keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? Locking all Pokeballs except those registered to Sada's ID. Wait, what? Program initializing, gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run. What the heck? AI SATA disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initialized. Another bat. Oh, she's creepier than she was before. You are not getting in my way. You were challenged by AI SATA. Again? Challenged by Paradise Protection Protocol. Crydon? Yep. They're locked. I need Crydon to come out. It's the only one. You can't battle without a Pokemon on the field. I know that. It's true our Pokeballs won't work. How are we even supposed to battle? I know what to do. Swap in. Come on, Crydon, I believe in you. Let's go, buddy. It's battle time. I got your back. There's a lot of sandwiches in store for you. Alright, sweet. What abilities does it have? God, I love this legendary. That looks so cool. The sunlight turned harsh. The opposing Crydon turned the sunlight harsh. Crydon, the Guardian of Paradise. Collision Course, Endure, Terra Blast. No, I can't Terrasilize. I think I want to do... Well, it's not going to be super effective. Fight them! Oh, he's taunting you, Crydon! Get his ass! Get him right now! He turns himself into a wheel. It changed into its battle form! Let's go, Crydon! You got this! Well, maybe they get a Terrasilize later on? Flamethrower! You will fall here within this garden paradise and achieving nothing in the end. Double Flamethrower. It's not that effective. Added less damage. Well, I know. Well, actually, let's try Terra Blast, see what happens. You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goals will be eliminated. Hey, I don't have that move. That's not fair. All right, looks like we're sticking to the fighting type move. This looks like it could be real bad. Hang in there, Opixer. Like I'm really doing the work instead of just calling out the moves they should use. The data say I am the superior. Fall and become a foundation upon which my dream... Whatever the rest she said. They're cheating. You toughed it out so I wouldn't feel sad. I think I'm dead. You took that hit like a champ. You can do this. I know you can. Oh, they're gonna heal with the power of friendship? Do I need to heal them? Is this bad? I'll see what happens. Oh, they have to recharge. Okay, alright. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. Oh man, can we really not pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. Hey, Opixer, your Terra Orb's glowing. Opixer, Koridon, terrestrialize and finish us off! Okay. Alright, is it gonna look goofy on Koridon? What's his type gonna be? Oh, I'm super speedy now. Dragon type. Terra Blast him! That actually looks okay on Koridon. It actually looks like a cool crown. Plus, it fits between his little things on his head, too, so it looks fine. Alright, probably goes through, like, the feathers or whatever those are supposed to be. His little headdress. Alright, is it over? You defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol. Won't have to battle a third time, right? You did it! It's not going berserk anymore? How very astounding. To think that you would manage to defy even the original professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes. A completely unforeseen outcome, even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in and instead proved your worthiness, showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done. No matter how difficult your own past may have been, I believe you will be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now with pride. I thank you, Opixer. I thank all of you children. But I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. It appears I myself am part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I am sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you, your freedom. The way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them. The way that you sought strength and to better yourselves, throwing all you are into your battles. The way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. The way that you never ceased to seek nor to fight for a treasure all your own. Agiki. Ah, and the way that you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I like how he did it. He's like, hey, you're forgetting about somebody. I wish that I, too, might be as free as you all. Free to seek out that which I might treasure. Above all else. Not bound. Your own treasure. Well, Penny's a hacker. She can get you out of here. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the ancient past that I have dreamed of. What? What? You can't just leave now, right when we finally reached you? Isn't that bad, bringing AI to the past? I'm not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that ancient world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? What heart, though? Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your mother truly loved you. You can't just go and say a thing like that now. No? I suppose you're right. I am sorry. Arvin, Koraidon, Opixer, it is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Mom! Mummy. Mama. Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. Space. She's taking the book. We need that book. So is it finally gonna stop this machine when she disappears? It's all off now. And she even took that other Koraidon with her, too. How could you just go? Mom. Arvin, you okay, bud? Yeah, somewhere deep down I kind of already knew it. I knew that thing was fake, but when it said my name using her voice and wearing her face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know? And so Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. He's so much bigger when he stands up like that. I guess Koraidon is sad too. Oh, but that battle form! How cool is that? It's so strong! If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. They should have made the Pokemon laugh. Hey now, let's not skip over the big win here. Opixer and Koraidon just saved all of Paldea. That's right. You both did amazing. Thanks, Opixer. Yeah, that's my bud Opixer for you. You know, Arvin, even though the professor's gone, I bet she's finally having a real fun adventure of her own in the past. Yeah. Thanks, Penny. Well, wouldn't we eventually see her again anyway, as long as the AI survives throughout time, however many years it is? Yeah, sorry. What should we do now, Opixer? Let's head home. You said it. Come on, everyone. Let's make our way home. Surprised I didn't get to catch anything. But, I mean, we've already had Koraidon since the beginning. And that's okay. I'm surprised we haven't seen those other Pokemon, though. I wonder where we encounter them, then. Because they're definitely from the past. Maybe there's a bit more story? Okay, everybody, listen up! What is it? Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great. If we can load up on snacks first, I'm in. Let's go, Arvin, come on. Hey, you Opixer, not you too! Oh, alright, fine. I guess we're doing this. Rhydon's back to being small.
You see tonight it could go either way. Hearts balanced on a razor blade. We are designed to love and
dude, this sounds so weird at the end of a video game. Like you would have this music playing at the end of a movie. But oh, let's just get Ed Sheeran to do a thing for Pokemon. Look how happy Koraidon is. I don't see a sandwich. Oh wait, well, not in the picture, but on the side. Now what? We had a nice sleep. Ding dong. Who's there? Calling students to the director's office. Master Opixer, Miss Demona, Master Arvin, and Miss Penny. Director Clavel would like to see you in his office. We're in trouble. I wonder if he knew. I assume he would. That Pokeball's still in my door. Looks like the hero is finally here. Would you join us, Master Opixer? Okay. We're in for an earful, aren't we? Guess we'll find out soon enough. No need for concern, you two. I'm not angry in the slightest. I merely called you all here to discuss your fine achievements in this year's treasure hunt. You shut down the professor's time machine and thus prevented the ancient Pokemon from running rampant across Paldea. Your actions were truly outstanding in every regard, and I couldn't be prouder of you all. Though your decision to enter a strictly off-limits area was admittedly regrettable. Heh, you got us there. However, since this was necessary to protect Paldea and its precious ecosystems, I am willing to overlook that particular point. Phew, so we're not getting raked over the coals after all. Oh, before I forget, Master Opixer, there's something I would like you to have. A Master Ball? Each of your friends has received one already, so this one is for you. You obtain a Master Ball. Wait, what is it for this time, then, though? Okay, well, I don't really need the catch Koraidon. Oh, and the Hall of Fame badge I gave you a short while ago. That gift is one we bestow only upon students who achieve truly remarkable feats. I expect you to honor what that badge represents by striving always to serve as a model for your fellow students. You can count on me. Splendid! Such enthusiasm will surely take you far in life. And Master Arvin, I was so sorry to hear about the professor. You have my deepest condolences. Well. Yeah, it was pretty rough when I found out my mom had died. But weirdly enough, my head actually feels clear now, for the first time in ages. Yeah, well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore, you know? In the Great Crater, I got to learn a bit about my mom's research and what she was trying to achieve down there. I guess if you're building something as mind-blowing as a time machine, that takes priority over showering your son with attention, huh? All I know is I'm done feeling like some lost little kid. Done. Time to say goodbye and move on. I'm gonna enjoy every last day till graduation with my buds here and Mabustiff, of course. Well said, Master Arvin. You truly are your mother's son. Of course, I must remind you that you've nowhere near enough credits to graduate. Uh-oh. You've been slacking on his studies. You'll need to study frantically to catch up, but I have every expectation of your success. What? And let us not forget the other good news. Our academy has a new champion. Though we sadly cannot make your valiant deeds in the great crater to the public, known to the public. Your new champion rank, at least, should be celebrated throughout the whole school. Oh, I know how we should celebrate. We should hold a Pokemon battle contest. Uh-oh. No. Seriously, could we not? Classic Nimona. A Pokemon battle contest, you say? While your own vested interests in such a venture are more than apparent, Miss Nimona, I think it's a fine idea. But please understand that a large-scale event would be quite beyond us. We've many other school activities to keep an eye on, after all. Pardon my intrusion, I couldn't help but overhear La Primera. Yep. The Pokemon League will of course happily lend a hand in organizing this contest. La Primera? Well, well, a most kind offer, Chairwoman Gita. I do everything in my power to nurture young, up-and-coming talent. Though that's not to say only the youth have promise when it comes to Pokemon battles. A former gym leader, the developer of the Pokédex app, this academy clearly counts many skilled trainers of Pokemon among its staff. As such, my suggestion is as follows. Students and staff should compete for the title of strongest trainer at the academy. Whoa! We get to battle the teachers? You'd compete too, right, Primera? Is that even allowed? The chairwoman's not part of the academy, right? Actually, I think she's the chairwoman of the school board as well as the Pokemon League. Wait, for real? I mean, I knew she was on another level, but wow. Thank you for the invitation, Champion Nimona. I would gladly take up your offer to compete alongside you, but I'm afraid my schedule is already packed tight with work that I simply must attend to. Can't you free up some time somehow? Well, I suppose I might be able to participate if Champion Opixer would agree to lend me a hand with my work. Where should I start? Excellent answer. Much obliged, Champion Opixer. To get straight to it, I would like you to go out and inspect Paldea's various gyms in my stead. Are they fulfilling their duties as beacons of strength and inspiration for all those aiming to achieve champion rank? Or has their brilliance started to fade? I mean, I beat them, so probably. To find this out, I ask that you bring your full might as Champion the Bear against each of the gym leaders and test their prowess in battle. They are all trainers of exceptional talent, handpicked by me personally. I do not expect you'll find any cracks in their armor, but, well, consider it a formality. This will also provide the perfect stage for your first appearance as a new champion. Since all the gym leaders will still be expecting me to carry out the inspection, I imagine they'll have mustered their full strength. I dare say they might be more of a challenge than when you faced them before. You get to have all-out battles with the gym leaders? Man, I'm jealous. Now then, on to another crucial matter. I'd like to discuss with Penny how to patch the weaknesses in our league point system. But there's a bunch of anime I've missed that I was just gonna binge. Thank you in advance for your willing and eager cooperation. No anime for you. I mean, I'll do it. I'll help. Let me help. Excellent. We'll leave you all to it then. Come now, Penny. No anime. No binge watching. This is awesome, Opixer. Show this inspection thing who's boss so that La Primera can join our tournament, okay? And enjoy taking another swing at the gym gauntlet while you're at it. I'll take care of filling out the forms and other administrative stuff so the ball gets rolling on the tournament in the meantime. I say, it's wonderful to see you all showing such initiative. You each have a critical role to play. Penny assisting the league, a new champion inspecting gyms, Nimona arranging the event. Give it your best, everyone. What about Arvin? What he do? Guess my role's so obvious it goes without saying. You gonna cook for the event? Sandwiches for everybody. Alright, what is the stuff we have now? So, all the gyms. Again. I wonder how the levels are gonna be. If they'll be the same? Or if they'll all be my level, which would be nice. I would like them to all be my level, so I could do them. And I could put Koraidon in my party now, too! Finally! Okay, so I wonder if when I have Koraidon in my party, can I still ride on them? Yes, of course, and I'm going to have to say goodbye, monkey. I'm sorry. To the boxes with you. I finally have him in my party. Alright, can I still... Okay, good. I'm glad they thought of that.